Hello. Hi. I'm live now. Dun, 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 dun. Hello. Can you hear me? Can someone comment if they can hear me? Please. Can you hear me? Hi, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please, someone say hi, they can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear words coming out of my mouth? Yes, is that yes? You can hear me? Okay, good. Hi. Okay, so this is a test because for those of you, oh my God, chat moves so fast. Holy crap. Y'all, I understand now why people are like, oh, I don't know what they're saying. I have no idea what's happening. I stopped listening half live for this. We can hear you. Okay, good. You can hear me. No, I can't hear you. And DB Cam, yes. Okay, everyone's saying you can hear me. Perfect. Wow, this is a lot of people. Hi. No, I froze. Okay, good. Wait. Okay, cool. We can see me. Great. Hello. Turn on slow mode. Wait, can I do that? Is that a thing? Nope. Okay, cool. I have no idea. I really don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out step by step. And it keeps freezing. So that's fun. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm a YouNow partner now. So I will be going live on YouNow for the most part. And then most of the time simulcasting to YouTube. But the other day when I tried to go live for the first time on YouNow and simulcast to YouTube, the quality was terrible. And it's frozen again. Yay, love this. God, I hate the Wi-Fi here. Am I still frozen? Oh, come on, work. I hate this. This is so terrible. I can't tell if it's my computer or the Wi-Fi. And now the chat's frozen too. No. Hello? Can you, okay. It's not bad. Nice forehead. I know, right? It's there. You aren't frozen. Okay, cool. It froze for me for a minute. Same with the chat. So I'm just going live for a minute. I hear my dad coming upstairs. Just trying this out. But yeah, if you guys didn't see the live stream that I did a couple days ago, I will be going live on YouNow because I'm now a YouNow partner. And I will be simulcasting most of the time to YouTube. But the problem with simulcasting to YouTube is the quality is terrible. Hi, Dad.
Use the light ring.
I don't want to use it right now. That's a different test. It's fine right now. I love you.
I have a light ring.
I don't need it right now. I bought my dad a ring light for his birthday, and he's very proud of it. YouTube sent me the notification. Cool. Hi, guys. So yeah, I'm doing this as a test because the live stream that I did the other day on YouNow looked terrible on YouTube, and I don't know what the deal is. At first, I thought it was my Wi-Fi or something, but so I don't know how we're going to be doing this in the future. But I will be going live on YouNow. So if anyone wants to go over my, you guys can just search Swell Entertainment on YouNow, and you can fan me and get notified when I go live and stuff. Misread that for some reason, thought it was procrastinate. Nope, not that type of site. Hello, Dad of Swell Entertainment. Jack says hi, Dad. When you said my dad is walking up the stairs, I hear ominous music. Oh, LOL. Texas in the house. Cool, thank you, Amy. Looks clear. Howdy. Hello. Yeah, no, it looks so fine now. So it's not my webcam because it looked fine on YouNow the other day. And I don't know what it is. Sorry about the sound. If you guys, this is a test broadcast of the Amanda system. This is only a test. It is only a test. Because I have an idea for a broadcast live type of thing in May that I'm like trying to figure out if it's doable. And if I were to do that, it's going to be a big deal. Hi, Jordan. Jordan's here. Hello, Jordan. Jesus. Stream runs great. Love from Portugal. Oh, thank you. YouTube hates you now. Does it? Is that what it is? Because like part of my, I can't talk about my contract with YouNow, but they like really wanted me to stream simulcast on YouTube as well to try and get you guys to come over to YouNow for guesting and things like that, which I do want to do. I want to figure out how to do that properly on YouNow. And so obviously that's not something I can do on YouTube that would be you now only. So let me know. I think when you go live on you now, it also premieres the stream here on YouTube. Yeah, you can set it to simulcast. That's what I have it set as. So that's good. I can change it so that it doesn't simulcast. So what I may have to do in the future is like go live on here and go live on you now separately. So I'm technically simulcasting, but not through the same website. So it wouldn't say at the bottom of the screen, you know, live on you now. So we'll see. Is Swell Daddy watching? Yeah, he commented a second ago, so I'm sure he is. Told him not to because we're checking out the Wi-Fi issue because the stream kept ending the other day. Hi from Portugal. Hello. Lots of people from Portugal. I found that when I like really love looking at my analytics and just seeing where everyone's from and demographics and all that stuff. And I have actually a good chunk of people from Portugal which watch me, which I'm thank you. Very confused. So I don't know how I feel about you guys calling my dad Swell Daddy. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. Hi from Finland. Hi from Scotland. Oh my God, everyone all over the place. What the heck? So yeah, hi, it's from the Philippines here. It's 5 a.m. Oh my God, go to bed. I've been up since 3 and I already want to die. It's currently 1:56 p.m. here and I want to go to sleep so badly. Swell Danny. There you go, Jordan. Yeah, my dad's name is Dan. So if you guys want to call him Swell Dan or Swell Danny, I'm okay with that. He'll hate the Danny part, but that's fine. Hi from Romania. Jesus, Swell Papa? That's that's fine. Jesus. But yeah, hi. Y'all want to chat? Y'all have questions or anything? I don't know. I mean, we can just call him Daddy. Can you not, though, Pokey Warrior? Poke Warrior? Pokey Warrior? I don't know how you want to say that. Can we not just call him Daddy, please? Swell Daddy just sounds wrong. Thank you, SD. It does. Oh my God. It's like 4 a.m. and I also want to sleep. Go to sleep then. If I could be to sleep right now, I would, but I have to edit. But I'm procrastinating by doing this. But yeah, new video Tuesday. Yay. So father figure. Okay. Just like really quickly, because I want to check something. How many of you were going to be graduating from something this year, whether it's like going into high school, going into college, graduating college, like just sound off in the chat if you guys were graduating from something. It could be clown college for all I care. Have you gotten the Animal Crossing plague? No, I don't have a Switch and I want one, but I'm saving money for when the economy collapses so I can buy beachfront property. Everyone's just trying to figure out what to call my dad. You were graduating. You were graduating. Not you. You're graduating. You're old. Okay. Jesus. I wasn't graduating this semester either. I technically graduated last semester from my junior college, and then they decided that I was missing a class, but they let me walk anyway, which doesn't make sense. But I finished the class, so I'm technically done. But I took the semester off, which honestly, I want a high five past Amanda for that decision. I'm so mad about my senior year being canceled. I know, it sucks. Personally, I hated high school, and I went to junior college, so I didn't get a lot from being a college student. But I feel really bad for all my friends who are. Jordan's yelling at me to get a Switch. I'm saving money, Jordan. Okay. Yeah, I finished my undergrad this year. That's what last year. That's what I did. But y'all, a bunch of my friends were supposed to be graduating this year, and we all had plans to FaceTime each other for their graduations and stuff, and that's just not going to be happening now. So, are you making an OnlyFans? Not this week. I still have my day job. It might change in the next couple of weeks if things get worse. Ooh, what are you drinking? Literally water. I do drink wine now because the world is on fire. For those of you who don't know, I really don't drink for personal reasons, but the world keeps trying to self-implode. And so I figured now is a good enough time, to just start drinking. Just throw all of my trauma out the window. Let's just start drinking. And so I went and bought wine the other day because they were out of Fireball when I went to the store. So I drink wine now. But this is water because I do have to get stuff done tonight. Jordan's trying to get me to start an OnlyFans for a Switch fund. Not today. OMG, yes, best intro ever. My Uncle David is now watching as well. Good to know. Thanks, Dad. How does it feel to blow up on the tube? It doesn't feel real, and when I do take back of oh my God, the Lily Singh video is almost 13,000 away from being at 1 million views. That's an obscene, that's absurd. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, a million people have seen my face on their screen, and that's like a horrifying thought for some reason. Travel tastes like college and regret. Exactly. I didn't go to college, but I have plenty of regret, which is why it's like the only whiskey that I really like. As far as mixed drinks go, the only thing that I've like consistently had that I'm like, you know what, this is good, is like a Moscow Mule. I've tried a couple of other things here and there, but nothing crazy. Swell family, social distancing. Yep, pretty much. How many subscribers have you gained in the last couple of weeks? For those of you who don't know, I was at like 6,500 in January, and then that went into February, and then it just kind of from one video, and then it just kind of went crazy. And yeah, so now I have like 68,000, I think. Too many people watching me. So yeah, I am like 3 of those million. Oh, I'm glad you like the video, Sky. Do you plan on making more awesome, fun intros like the Captain America one? Okay, so the Captain America one was an intro that I used for, I think, a year, maybe, or a year and a half. And then I went to VidCon last year, and I did one of those channel audits with vidIQ, which I still use. And they were just talking about like, oh, fix all your channel art, do all this stuff. And something that I had done in 2018 was my review of Hunt a Killer. And in that intro, I thought it would be fun to like, oh, I'm a detective. So I like whipped off a bunch of sunglasses like a joke. And they were like, that should be your new intro. And so I just kind of reshot it, and that's been my intro. So the only thing that I don't want to do with the Captain America one is that I'm worried about like Disney attacking me. So probably not going to go back to the Captain America one. Sunglasses are the best intro. What is a channel audit? Seven Seasick asked what a channel audit is. So basically, vidIQ is like TubeBuddy, and it's like a downloadable extension for YouTube and stuff. And I think they do Twitch and stuff as well. But basically, it like breaks down like a more detailed analytics thing, and I just have the free version. I do know they have an extended version, but one of the options that they were doing for at VidCon in the creator area was channel audits for free, and usually they do paid channel audits, but basically they just go through your channel and be like, okay, your thumbnails are shit. Like for me, I said, I straight up, the guy was like, or am I gonna hurt your feelings? And I was like, no, destroy my channel, roast me, tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong. Because like, I was like averaging like 400 views, 800 views, like that pocket. And like he was like, okay, your thumbnails are terrible because they all looked exactly the same. Like the product that I was reviewing was way too small. It was like, they all said, I tried it, so you don't have to, in like super big font. So it wasn't like distinguishable from anything else that I'd done. So like if it popped up in someone else, they're like, someone's gonna look at that and think that that's the same video that you put out 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then like my channel art, they destroyed. My about section was nothing, like things like that. Just basically like, here's on a technical level where your channel is failing. And I got a lot out of that. I did a lot of the changes that they told me to. And like within a week, I gained like 400 subscribers just because it was like easier to navigate my channel. So that was cool. Okay, sorry. You keep asking, if you had a free plane ticket, where would you go to? Well, right now I would stay home. But I don't know. I've always wanted to go to Amsterdam. I've just always wanted to travel and stuff, but Amsterdam just looks really dreamy and I want to go. Mr. D, you have a very well-raised daughter and a sense of humor. Good job, sir. Oh, my dad and I have the exact same sense of humor. It's a problem, really. But to be fair, he did have me memorize. Like the way that him and I I wouldn't say I'm a daddy's girl in like the general sense, but him and I are basically the same person. But like when I was really young, like he showed me Fight Club and everything super duper young. And like that was our party trick. We would go to like family gatherings or like, oh, so-and-so is having a get together. Oh, everyone bring the kids. And it's like, hey, Amanda, what's the third rule of Fight Club? And me, 8 years old, 7 years old, 5 years old would be like, yeah, don't talk about Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club. Like I would just list off the how am I not an incel? I was so close to becoming an incel. Why Swell Entertainment? Oh, so that Swell Entertainment. So Sky asked why Swell Entertainment. I was not originally Swell Entertainment. I was originally AMG Productions, which is just my initials, and Amanda Marie Golka. And I changed it because I once was like, oh, like I have 44 subscribers. Surely by now, when you search AMG Productions, my channel pops up. No, what pops up? Oh, thank you, Brandon. You're cool too. Um, when you search AMG Productions, it's like one of the manufacturing plants for Mercedes, I think. And so I was like, even young Amanda in high school was like, oh, I'm gonna like get sued one day. Like if I ever go somewhere with this, like I'm gonna get sued. So I was like trying to come up with a new name, and my friends one day were like, well, you say swell so all the goddamn time. Like I like sarcastically, like, oh, that's swell. Yeah, swell, great. Like so it became Swell Entertainment, and that's just kind of stuck. So yeah, because it sounds vaguely sarcastic. So my channel is not great. It's not bad. It's just swell. Do you watch anime? Not nearly enough. I'm behind on everything. Thoughts on 6ix9ine? God, they better have good security on that guy. I'm not even going to talk about his music. I'm not going to talk about anything else. But if they really did release him from jail because of the pandemic, they better have good security on him because he seems to have a big mouth and people don't like that. We love your channel. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Cassia. What, do you have a question or anything? Where do you live, Jesus? I live in Southern California. That's as close as I'm going to get. I've been more specific in other videos, but that's as specific as I'm going to get. Ain't life swell from a pretty little distance? Yes. Did you start saying swell sarcastically, but then say it for real? No, it's still sarcastic. I 100% say it sarcastically. I usually don't say it positively, like, oh yeah, swell, like jokingly, like I'll just say it. And if I say it like very casually, like, oh yeah, swell, like then it's genuine, but usually I'm like, swell, great. That's a thing I want to deal with right now. Oh my gosh. Do you watch Contraptions? You two are the only two people I've been watching for quarantine. No, I've actually never heard of Contraptions. I'll take a look. Are you going to make more movie reviews? Yes, my next video is a video. So the problem with my channel, or I guess not a problem, but like something that I found on my channel is just me sitting and talking about movies. Like, oh, I did or did not like a movie. Like just very basic reviews. Don't do super well on my channel, but if I focus on like, oh, like here's why Charlie's Angels was a pandering mess and why the marketing was a fail and why it flopped, then my stuff does better. And, you know, I find that that's just more, I have more fun. Like as much as I love talking about movies, I do love looking at it from like an industry perspective as well. And so for my next video, it's Birds of Prey, and it's talking about why it what happened at the box office basically and why it underperformed. Where do you want to see yourself in the future regarding YouTube? Fan from South Africa. Oh, thank you, Slushy F Bomb. That sounds dirty of a name. I don't know why. Where do you want to see yourself in the future regarding YouTube? I mean, I have so many ideas, and nearly all of them are squashed because of the pandemic and quarantine. Hello, I'm Queen of that movie was crap. Which movie? Because if we're talking about Birds of Prey, then you're not going to like my video. What time is it where you are? It's 2:08 p.m. What's your favorite YouTube channel to watch? I don't have like a favorite, but like just the creator that I've definitely been watching the longest too. Like every time I watch one of their videos, I get like this is good. This is like sustainable content. And maybe I don't love all their videos, but I'm always entertained. Is Jenna Marbles, and like she's just been able to do whatever the hell she wants, and it's been great. Did you ever see Parasite? If so, what do you think? Parasite was amazing, and I kept trying to bully my dad into watching it because he doesn't like foreign movies because he doesn't feel like I shouldn't have to read subtitles. And it's like, not everything is meant for you. But I'm dyslexic, and I had no problems reading the subtitles on Parasite because I feel like that's the thing with foreign movies. Is that if you're watching a movie and it's done so well, there becomes a point where you don't realize you don't understand what they're saying and that you're actually reading. Like it just becomes so seamless, because there was a certain point in Parasite where I had to like take stock of myself and be like, oh wait, I don't know what they're saying. Because like I'm reading the subtitles, but like it usually melds so well, even with my dyslexia. So I love Parasite. I thought it was amazing. And just the score for that movie alone. I'm such a dork when it comes to movie scores. I just thought it was amazing. Someone asked about Cassandra Cain in Birds of Prey. I 100% agree. I talk about it a lot in my video, so I don't want to go into it, but like I'm very protective of all of the Batgirls. And so when I saw what they did with Cassandra Cain, I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And then I saw the movie and I was like, what was the point of naming her Cassandra Cain if you weren't going to do anything with like her super dark backstory in the comics that would align more with like what DC keeps trying to do with itself for their cinematic universe, you know? So yeah. My hearing isn't great, so I always use subtitles. Yeah, see now that like there's certain things like watching on Netflix and stuff where like some people's accents and things I just don't understand super well. So it's just better to be like, okay. And also like there's so many mumble actors these days, guys. Why do so many of them like, why do you want to do that to me? Like I don't know what you're saying, enunciate, you know? Like it's not good acting. You're just mumbling, you know? Would be awesome if you talked about Child's Play, the original one, versus the remake. I love cheesy horror. Ooh. There's so many good movie videos about that, though. So I don't know. I'd have to look into it. What is your favorite movie score? For me, it was either Shutter Island or The... God, I'm trying to think of... I just think, okay, so not my favorite, but the one where I'm always like, yeah, okay, Pacific Rim. Don't come at me. Pacific Rim soundtrack, the score, all of it, incredible. Okay, you want to fight someone? Pacific Rim soundtrack, okay? Just have it going. Oh, thank you, Zachary. This seems to be off topic, but I just wanted to let you know how much I love your videos. Oh, thank you, Jake. What's the best alphabet letter? I'm going to go with A because there's like 5 of them in my name. Well, 3 in my first name and then... No, 2. So yeah, 5. My full name. I'm still new to your channel, but everything I've seen has been great. Thank you. I'm very confused. Are there any shows on Netflix you're watching at the moment? I think I have like 1 or 2 episodes left of Tiger King, and I put off watching it because I was familiar with the story to begin with, and I've been trying to do 2 episodes a week right now during quarantine. But at the same time, I'm still in work, so 2 videos a week on my channel, and it's not happening because I'm still in work in this time. No, I've been watching Tiger King. It's insane. I knew the story, but I didn't know the full extent of the story. You know, it's kind of like you guys know American Crime Story when they did the OJ, the People versus OJ, I think they did. And it's like, I knew the basics of that case, but there were so many details that I didn't know. And seeing it played out in that element was done, I think, incredibly well. But then with Tiger King, again, it's like a documentary. And so there's just so much there to it. But I guess there's like, there's always things with documentaries where like things were left out. Oh, you shouldn't like this person. Oh, thank you. Please watch Monet Heist on Netflix. Angry Joker. Is that, okay, Angry Joker, this is very serious. Is that an art heist movie? Because I freaking love art heist movies. Did you guys hear about the Monet that was just stolen? Or not Monet, Van Gogh that was just stolen? I'm obsessed with that. Do we know? Are there leads in that case? I'm obsessed with art heist. I don't know why. I'm not even like an art major, aside from like creative writing, which I don't think really counts. But, you know, she did. Jordan's like, she did. What? She did what? What are your thoughts on the net? Jordan said she did. What are you talking about, Jordan? I love you, baby. Who wants to date me? I'm sorry, I don't know. The Politician on Netflix is amazing too. I haven't watched it. Oh, Money Heist. Okay, I want to say I've heard of it. Sorry, it's called Money Heist. Thank you. Okay, I'll take a look at it. I've definitely heard of it. I don't think I ever got to see it. Have you seen The Magicians? I was intrigued during the first season. I didn't watch it. I think I caught like a bit of here and there for The Magicians, but I never really got into it. And then I just know that there's been like a lot of controversy with how they've handled certain characters and like certain things like that. So I don't know. It's, again, one of those things where it's like I'm going to watch it later. Oh, Jordan's saying that Carol killed her husband, allegedly. I mean, yeah. I'm ugly, right? No one's calling you ugly, Haley. I think that's your name. Have you ever heard of the Empty Frames podcast? It's literally about the biggest art heist ever. No, I'm not watching. I'm listening to a podcast here and there called Heist. I think it's just called Heist, actually. But they just talk about heists and like money heists and Bitcoin heists and things like that. Least favorite film. Oh, God. There's so many. Okay, the one that I saw last where I was like, this is terrible was... No, let's go with the most recent one that I saw in theaters that was bad. Fantasy Island sucked. Major dick, okay? I'm not even kidding. It's just so lazily done. They like gave up on their premise halfway through. The twist was bad. Lucy Hale is really good looking, okay, but she's not a good enough actress to pull off a twist. I'm sorry, she's not. It was just done terribly. You look stunning. Oh, thank you. Are you watching Westworld? No, that's one of those shows that I want to binge once it's done. Season 3 is the final season, right? That's one of those shows where I want to binge, you know? You should watch, so it's the Base Star Heist in Mexico. Ooh, you play Twister? No? Don't be dirty. Check out Lock and Key on Netflix. It's a comic book show with magic. I've heard about it. I haven't watched it. Thoughts on Knives Out. I did a video on Knives Out. See, this is my point. No one knows that I talk about movies sometimes. Jesus, Angry Joker. Okay. But it's about these robbers going into a mint in Spain, and I can explain how amazing the show is. Okay, cool. Check it out. Made by the same people who made Truth or Dare. Not surprised. Truth or Dare was a mess. I don't know. Okay, so Blumhouse is capable of making good movies. Like, I don't know how many of you saw Invisible Man. That movie was insane. Like, so well done. It's so good and so disconcerting that I, like, literally texted my friends who have been in bad relationships with, like, shitty men and was like, hey, you can't see this movie. Like, I'm worried about what it's going to do to your trauma. Like, I love you. Please don't go see this movie. It's so good. And that's why you can't go see it, because it was like, even watching it, me, like, I've never been in like in a bad relationship, but I have been in like, not like relationships, but like abusive scenarios. Let's go with that. Let's choose my words carefully. Abusive domestic situations. Let's choose my words carefully. And like, I was so uncomfortable the entire movie. And again, just beautifully shot, really well done, beautiful movie. Like certain things that in the trailer, I was watching, like there's a scene in the trailer where she walks out onto the porch. Elizabeth Moss, Elizabeth Moss, is that her name? I don't remember the main woman's name. Okay, I feel bad. She walks out onto the road because she thinks that she's alone. And then but like you, the audience, know that something's coming, and then you'd see the breath behind her. And in the trailer, it looks so stupid. I'm sorry. I was just like, oh, he's behind her. Yay. And then in the theater, I was like shaking watching that scene because the context makes it so much worse. And it's just so well done. And I think, okay, so a movie that I loved, what another from last year was Uncut Gems. And if you get the chance to see Uncut Gems, I made a freaking, let's see, that is my giant Furby dress that I made. It's terrible. But Uncut Gems is amazing. But something that Uncut Gems did incredibly well was maintaining a constant sense of uneasiness and like just constant movement and like 17 panic attacks happening simultaneously. And they did that in a way that flowed well to the point where you knew that the directors were always in control. You know, like there's certain movies where it's like they're trying to throw too much at the characters and it just becomes a total mess and nothing works. Uncut Gems had control the entire time. The Safdie brothers are amazing. And so like that was a really well done film. But something that they did, which was very similar to The Invisible Man, was again maintaining that constant sense of unease. But whereas Uncut Gems did it with a lot of uncomfortable close-up shots, so you get like the claustrophobia and the ticking clock of like he's out of time. There's not enough time for anything. He's on the clock. That sense in The Invisible Man, that was achieved with wide shots, and so you feel so exposed the entire movie because there's something happening in the corner of the distance. There's so much dead space. It's so well utilized, and oh god, that movie's so good. Okay. Do you have an opinion on the IDub situation? I talked about this the other day. I'm not going to talk about the other stuff that I think her name is Anicia. I think someone said that the other day. But IDub's girlfriend is how I guess she's known, which, I mean, okay. But there are a lot of people who, like, there seems to be two different sides. There are people who just don't like her to begin with. And then there are people who are just calling IDubs a simp because he's supporting his girlfriend who has an OnlyFans. You guys, that's not what a simp is. I hate to break it to you. Simps, you can't be a simp if you have a girlfriend. If you are a girlfriend to the person that you once simped or you have simped, it's now a past tense. You are now no longer a simp. you've graduated from simp. You are now boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, because girls can be simps too. And, you know, I think to remove the perv factor, I don't have mods and there's too many pervs. I'm just ignoring it. The thing about Uncomfortable Gems for me was that there wasn't a single point that was rooting for the protagonist. Yeah. Have you picked up any new hobbies during this whole thing? Not really. I wouldn't say it. Because I like nothing. Will you be watching The Black Widow, or is that something that interests you? I love Marvel movies, even when they make me mad. And even though I'm not a big fan of Scarlett Johansson and things that she's said / done, I will probably go see Black Widow, because again, this is like, it just feels like 600 years too late. So I don't know how this is going to go, but also like they killed her, you know? Like there's nothing after this. It's done, you know? Like I hated Endgame. That's the point with Black Widow, is I hated Endgame for so many reasons. And I wouldn't say I hated all of it. I hated a giant chunk of it. If you like film score breakdowns, you should check out Sideways channel. He does great explanations. Ooh, cool. I'll check him out, Jenna. Do you listen to any podcasts? I listen to so many podcasts, and most of them are true crime related. One that I've been listening to a lot lately is called Let's Go to Court, and I highly recommend it. They focus on they're not all about, they do focus on a lot of like grittier true crime, like murder and things like that, but they do also just a lot of like fun. Like they did one about like a Pepsi lawsuit, but they focus on the lawsuit element of it, but they're both just hilarious. So I highly recommend it. But it's called Let's Go to Court. The logo for it on Apple Podcasts is blue with like gavel. It's pretty, you'll notice it, but it's fun. Favorite fanfic trope? I don't know. I just feel like bed sharing is always hilarious because it's always like, oh no, there's one bed. Why isn't Adam Sandler given an Oscar nod? Because A24 was just sidelined a good chunk of award season. Although I do like at the Spirit Awards how they gave a simultaneous, was it at the Spirit Awards where they gave a simultaneous speech for the Safdie brothers? That was fun. Aren't too well known. Def, check out the YouTuber Briefcase. Okay, cool. I did too, TBH. I feel like Endgame is only like, just like for me with Endgame, so much of it just seemed like we didn't know what to do with this thing that we started in Infinity War, or this character and what to do with them. So here's this rushed ending, or here's this rushed plot line for them. And so for like, I was like, you know what? I should just sit down and watch Infinity War and Endgame and then just go through and talk about like things that were abandoned from Infinity War and all of that. But I don't know. There's just so much that we didn't get to see in Endgame. Like there's so many problems with bringing all these people back into 5 years in the future, you know? Like, what about all these divorces? There's going to be like the divorce rate. Let's talk about that, because like 5 years ago, people were married. Okay. And then one person disappeared maybe. And then that other person moved on, got married, whatever. Okay. Now there's a divorce. And are they going to get back together with their wife that thinks that no time has passed? Like, where was I? You know, like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about children aging out of school. I mean, I know they touched on that a little bit in Spider-Man, but not like the horrific element of how terrible that could be. You know, like there's so much where that could be like there were couples in high school and now one of them is 5 years older. Like, but like, how is that? Like, let's talk about the heartbreak of that, you know, like there's so much there that wasn't touched on at all. And yeah, I don't know how much I have like I'm going to watch the WandaVision series because they put Darcy Lewis in it. I wasn't going to watch the series because Vision is dead and I don't want them to ruin. I don't like that they keep regating Wanda to a love interest for Vision, because she's so much more than that. She's so powerful. And the fact that it's like, oh, Vision's back, Vision's gone. Yeah, they didn't mention him once in Endgame until like the very, very end. We didn't even get a reaction from Tony over Vision being dead. You know, like why do we care at this point? Because the MCU ruined him. Most unpleasant YouTuber or internet celebrity you've ever dealt with? I don't meet a lot of them, you know? Like at VidCon, there were like two different, I said hi to a couple of creators at VidCon. In my VidCon video last year, like I only talked about the one person that I said hi to and had a nervous freak out wander away from, and that was Eddie Burback. But other than that, there were a couple people where I'd like saw in passing and I was like, oh, hey, like I like your stuff. And they gave me like really weird looks. And it was like, I wouldn't say they're like big, well-known creators, but they were people who were like, you know, I like their content. I looked up to them as like creators and like what they were able to accomplish. And then so it's like, oh, you're kind of like I know you're like busy or you're saying something, but it's like it's I don't know. It was just weird. Like nothing where they were like fuck you or anything like that, but it was just like you know, like really blatant, really like when I'm right there. So that was weird. Um, Avoid Game of Thrones season 8. I know I want to watch Game of Thrones, but I don't want to watch season 8. Or I guess season 4 is where all like the rape happens. I don't want to watch that. I don't. You know, I guess it's not in the books, and they just added that to the show. I don't want to watch that. Going to the cinema versus watching film at home. I miss going to the movies so much. So much. Okay, like I don't until quarantine happened, I didn't realize how much going to the movies had like become a part of my day-to-day life. And you know, because I have AMC A-list, so I would get three free movies a week, and then bonuses and things like that for $24.99 a month, which paid off itself if I went to 2 movies a month. But I would go to the movies so often, and it would just kind of be like you know, I have a terrible day at work, and then I get off at 1 p.m. and I'd be like, you know what, like there's a movie out that I want to go see. And I would just leave straight from work and go to the mall and go wander around for a bit and go see a movie. And like, I miss that experience so much. And I don't know. There's something like, so I highly recommend if you guys, when this is done, like, I know we're all going to spend time together and everyone's going to go hug everyone. I have like 6 different girls trips planned after this with my friends and stuff. And we're all going to do like giant freaking cuddle piles or something because we all like miss hugging so freaking much. It's very weird. But, I highly recommend getting used to going to the movies by yourself because it really is just like a really weirdly freeing experience. And yeah, there's something about being able to like just sit there and eat as much popcorn as I want without feeling judged. That's fun. But yeah, I miss the movies a lot. How old, young are you? I'm 22. You can decide if that's old or young. Bye, that one guy you know. Have fun at WrestleMania. Or not WrestleMania. You have the best intro. Thank you, Isaac. Mine's too. This stinks. Okay. Want to see the intro? What intro? My YouTube intro? This is a live stream. We're not playing the intro. I'm sorry. I'm going to start whipping off glasses. I don't even have any over here. Like, there's no point. Hi. There you go. Vincent DeBean Paul B. Paul. My friend just DM'd me and said one of you were being super creepy. So that's fun. Okay, we're just gonna hide someone. Okay, someone's being creepy. I miss popcorn. I miss popcorn so much. Virtual hug. Thank you, Ethan. Love your geek chic. Is it geek chic? I don't know. I just want to see, guys. That's really it. And I want Accutane. My eyes are dry as hell all the time. I don't want to wear contacts all the time. What are your thoughts on White Claw? White Claw, like the drink. I've had it before. Like my friend's 21st birthday. We went to Vegas last year, and she liked White Claws a lot. So I had like one, I think, but I don't know. It's like just a White Claw. I went to a Greta Van, the last concert I went to was a Greta Van Fleet concert. I went with my friend, and it was like, she was like, hey, I have an extra ticket. I wasn't familiar with the group at all. They were actually really good stage presence, really powerful group. I know people say they're like a ripoff of Van Halen and a couple other things, but like they're just a really powerful group, I think. The variety of people that were there, very weird. But everyone was drinking White Claw. So I think that that's the real unifier. It's not poverty. It's White Claw, you know? What are your trip plans after this? I don't know. I just want to go somewhere, you know? I hope if we're ever allowed to do like big events again, I do want to go to events and stuff. Probably just like take off to Big Bear or something, you know? Like I'll just go to the beach. Looking gorgeous today. Thank you, John. Who used to work for president in 2020? Why does everyone care about my political affiliation? I voted for Bernie in the primary. That's really all you need to know. Hello from India. Hello. Thank you, Super Valkyrie. Wait, so you're working. Did you go to college? I have 2 associate's degrees. I went to junior college. I am not currently in school, which is probably past Amanda's smartest decision at this time because all of my friends are suffering in Zoom classes right now, and I'm very sorry for them. Any new videos coming up? I have a video on birds of prey coming out Tuesday, and then probably later this week I have a video about this magnetic lash company coming out. And then I'm trying to figure out what the next, like, I guess, commentary type of vid I want to do. It's either going to be like internet term vocabulary lesson where I just kind of do something super head ass and in character or something because everyone forgets what the word simp is and things like that. Or it's going to be how to be a celebrity in a pandemic because I need them to stop trying to remind us all that they're famous because it's fleeting and they need to accept that. Would you recommend the movie even if it's not good? Just a movie, or are you talking about Birds of Prey? I love Birds of Prey, personally. Were there things about it that I don't like? Yeah, of course. That's the case with every superhero movie, I think, especially like I love superhero movies, but I also think it's important for me to be critical of it. And so for me, I loved Birds of Prey, but there are also elements of it where I was like, this was like really messy, like this could have been tighter. This could have been done better. This was a bad change that was made. But like overall, I had fun watching it and I wanted to punch someone. And that's all I asked for from an action movie. Anyone better than Trump 2020? Yes, but not Biden. Please don't make me vote for Joe Biden. Yes, please react to the Imagine song. I don't need to react to it. It was so tone deaf, so terribly bad. I want to know what the setup was. Is there a celebrity group chat that they're all in? Or was it like Gal Gadot was like, hey, to her publicist, do you know so-and-so's publicist? Do they know Kristen Wiig's publicist? And then they just all started sending in the clips. Who edited it? Who put it together? I need to know. Who was the editor? Because I want names, okay? We need to handle this. This needs to be taken down from the inside, okay? Is there a celebrity group chat? I need to know. Like, because how they're always saying, like, hey, check in on your friends, make sure they're doing okay in this time of social distancing. Are there celebrities in a group chat? Because they all should be DMing each other. Hey, are you planning on doing something stupid in quarantine? Don't, Who do you support for best celebrity Colonel Sanders KFC commercial? I'm so behind on those. I'm not like is it still Reba? Is she still Colonel Sandals? I thought that was funny. I don't know why everyone got so mad about it. What is happening? Are we revolting yet? Not yet, but is it Costa Rica that they set up a guillotine in front of the governor's mansion? Was that in Costa Rica? Because they're on some next level shit. Madonna looks like an alien cat. Do I look like an alien cat? I don't think so. Kristen Wiig's in Wonder Woman 2, so it's obvious it would be on the video with Gal. That makes sense. Yeah, but then, like, is she DMing everyone? Because, like, a bunch of those people aren't in that movie. It's not like it's like, hey, guys, the cast of Wonder Woman 1984 did this cringy Imagine video. No, that's not what happened. It's, like, Kristen Wiig and then all of these other people, Any tips on paying for college and like college life? I'm a freshman. Go to junior college. That's my tip on paying for college. You save infinite amounts of money. I've answered the iDubbbz situation question all the time. If you guys really care that much that iDubbbz compares, if it's not your relationship, first and foremost. Second off, if you were dating someone and they decided they wanted to make an OnlyFans, I think that they should be, honest. Like I would be honest with someone if I wanted to make one. But at the end of the day, it's like my body, my choices. And if you have a problem with it, we can break up because you're not paying my bills. I'm paying my bills, So that's that. That's my opinion. I hate the media call the Gal Gadot heartwarming and inspiring. They really didn't, though. John, they really didn't call it heartwarming. Most of them were like, hi, here's the tone-deaf celebrity thing of the day. Only a couple, clearly they talked about how that was the goal, was to make it heartwarming. But for the most part, like everything that I saw was saying like, hi, this is so bad. What's happening? Have you ever watched Timeless on Netflix? It's so good, and I think you'd like it. Timeless the show or Timeless the movie? Because I've heard of Timeless the show. I saw like a bunch of stuff for it before it came out, but I had never actually watched it, I don't think. Why do you even care about that dumb situation? Exactly. Who cares, John? Who cares? No one cares. It doesn't involve you. I know a lot of, I guess I'm going to say the incel community considers them his queen, his king. He's their king, sorry. And so the fact that he, I think, has a girlfriend at all is like a problem to them. I don't know. You guys, I've answered the iDubbbz question like 3 times. I'm not doing it again. Yes, it's a 2-year school. 2-year school. I worked retail most of my 2-year school, and then I worked in a coffee house. And I make so little money. I was able to check out scholarships. I did Board of Governors fee waivers, so my classes were actually free, and I just had to pay for all of my textbooks and materials and everything. And then parking is what fucked me over usually. But yeah, I went to a commuter school, so a lot of my funds for school went to gas, actually, in Southern California, so that sucked. But yeah. Quinn, hey, remember me? I don't know, Quinn, maybe. It's creepy. Why is everyone watching Tiger King? Because it's insane, and Joe Exotic is, it's so, like, even though I knew the case, I didn't know the case, you know? Like, that's why it's just so many layers. And you start out, like, I don't know, did anyone else start out thinking, did anyone else start out liking Carol Baskin? Because, like, Carol Baskin is a specific type of crazy, okay? That I don't want to be friends with, but I want to talk to and just see, like, what comes out of her mouth, you know? Like, it's like, that's, like, I love that breed of crazy. And then and then it got to the point where they were talking about, like, how she treats her employees or her volunteers at what is basically an MLM for a cat sanctuary. And I was like, no, I hate her now. I hate her again. That was easy. That was like, what was that, episode 2? That was quick. See, doesn't Canada have a better schooling system though? God, who it said KT, doesn't Canada have a better school system though for college? Because I know, like, there's no way that I, as a cashier for 7 years, could pay off my school, you know? Go to our zoo for a video. I would. Is it still open? I don't know if it's still open, but I absolutely would. I told my friend if we could go. But, like, I don't know if it's still open. Joe Exotic is the Wario Deceiver one. I saw that on Twitter. That's funny. Should I invest in tap dancing classes with my Trump bucks? Honestly, do you? Is that what people are calling the grant, Trump bucks? I'm not getting it because I'm on my dad's 2018 thing as a dependent, so I'm not getting a check or anything. Caleb, what did you say to get your message redacted? Don't say it again, but you know. Nice, debt-free. Yeah. So you do YouTube full-time? If not, do you plan on doing in the future? I'm not YouTube full-time, so I do work at a coffee house. That is my predominant form of income. I was close to 40 hours a week before all of this happened, and now I'm like, I think I'm gonna average, I'll probably have like 16 hours this week. Because they just keep cutting my hours and everyone's hours because no one's coming in. So that's fun. But yeah, I do work in a coffee house. I like my job when there's not a pandemic, and I don't plan on quitting for the foreseeable future because, like, I don't make that much money from YouTube. I really don't. I do plan on doing like merch or something in the future. So I mean, like, if you guys want to do that, that'd be cool. Let me know. But right now I don't have anything. But yeah, that's fun. The zoo is still open. Yes. Big Blue Weeaboo, is it open? Jordan, are you still watching? We're going. Would you ever do political videos? I don't want to do political videos. I don't want to. Because for some reason, and like, no, I didn't want to do political videos for you. And I've talked about this in the past. Like, I get political on Instagram. I get political on Twitter. And YouTube is really just that place where I can go and I can talk about whatever I want. And politics control and manipulate so much of my life. Not because I'm a woman, but just because I feel it's important to, you know, be involved in things and be aware of things because, like, my generation is stuck with what's happening. So I don't want to talk about politics because, like, my dad brought up a really good point recently because some people were like, you know, you have this platform now, you should use it for politics stuff. And it's like, I don't want to. I want to, like, talk about movies and expose people doing scams on the internet. You know, I want to talk about that. And like, yeah, sometimes politics are going to come involved into that. And like, I thought about for a long time doing a video on Jacob Wohl, who's like this right-wing idiot. I'll say it. He's an idiot. He's like a conspiracy theorist, but he makes them all himself. Like, he's the one who accused Elizabeth Warren of having like a BDSM twink boy or something. And like, it was such a fake story. Who was like a Marine. Did you guys hear about that? But no, I wanted to do a video about him because he's done like he's tried to create so many hoaxes, and they're all terrible, and he's an idiot, and he has the most punchable face, but I don't really want to, because at the end of the day, when you start talking about politics, automatically half of everyone hates you, you know? And it's like, I don't care about being disliked, but like, I really do like talking about, you know, different topics and stuff. So, you know, whatever. I voted for Bernie. That's all you need to know. That's all I really need to care about. And I'm a feminist, but I'm very open about that. So I guess I guess I've gotten political, you know, but like, whatever. Journalism sounds fun. I don't want to do journalism. I guess I do already. I don't know. I'm not a journalism major or anything like that. Any opinion on Leafy's return? Yeah, the apocalypse is happening. That's all I know about. I'm so not up to date on any of the Leafy stuff at all. Boom, boom, true. Okay. Truly, Greg. Politics are pointless. They're not pointless because like they affect literally everything. Which YouTubers do you watch? So many. The list is long. Oh yeah, intro glasses as merch. Okay, I thought about it would be super cool because I want to go to like events and stuff, and I want to have business cards just because I feel like that's, you know, serious. But I wanted to try and find a way to make super head-ass business cards that it literally looks like a business card, but then you can unfold it and then it looks like glasses, which is going to be too much money. But it was a fun idea when it happened. Bernie, you're a communist. Okay. What channel was your unexpected YouTube find in these quarantine times? I don't know. I've just been watching so many of Amanda the Jedi's videos. Like, I became aware of her because, like, I'd seen a couple of her videos here and there, but I really, like, searched her and, like, started watching her stuff because Gus Johnson recommended her on the Gus and Eddie podcast. And so I just started watching a bunch of her stuff, and now we're, like, mutuals on Twitter, I guess you could say. I don't know. She's cool. I like her. But, yeah, I like a lot of her videos. Her points are really good. No politics. You guys, politics affect everything, you know? And that's always fun and exciting. I'm sorry, my nose is... There we go. Head ass. Yes. Everything is head ass. I'm trying to figure out what is happening in this chat, and I don't know what is. All right, Cassia, have fun. Go take a nap. Go to bed. Yeah, Amanda the Jedi makes a lot of good bids. She puts a lot of effort into it like that. Isn't Gus Johnson great? Gus Johnson's hilarious. I love, like, he's one of those, like, do you ever find those YouTubers where it's like, they've clearly been around for a very long time, and I froze, why? Oh, it's like, he's one of those people that I found where, because, like, I found Eddie Burback first because I was watching all these commentary channels, and Eddie came up through them, and I started watching Eddie do that, and then through him, I found Gus. But Gus is really one of those creators. Like, I feel like everyone finds these creators here and there where, like, you find them through a Twitter thing or whatever, but you find them and you have never heard of this creator, but then you go to their channel and they've been around for forever and they have like 3 million subscribers or something like that, you know? And like Gus was one of those people where it's like, oh, he's like an established creator. And I'd never heard of him until like not recently. It's been like a year and a half now or something. I don't know. But no, I love his videos. I think he's hilarious. You watch Survivor. I do not. My dream for you is to get on the Gus and Eddie podcast. Okay, cool. Someone help. What's the tea on Leafy? I don't have the tea on Leafy. I'm very sorry. Give us a fun fact. I'm dyslexic. Is that fun? I don't know. I tried so you don't have to. Those are my fave. I do those. I just don't tag. They're like in that playlist, but they're necessarily not that. And like the I tried it so you don't have to series is really like, it's not just commentary products, but it's also like just product reviews. Like I did, my last video was, and I tried it so you don't have to, which was the El Maquillage makeup. And then I have another video probably coming out, a second upload this week, which is about magnetic lashes from Glamnetic that have been attacking me on Instagram. So I reviewed those. That'll be coming out. Any word on other episodes Little Releasing you were in? So only the second episode with Karen Gillan has come out that I went to, and that's where I met Rico, Sherelle, and Heidi. And that's really it. None of the other episodes have come out. They did like 2 weeks of repeats again. And then this week is a full new week of new episodes. My episode still has not been aired. But that's that. Favorite movie soundtrack. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm telling you, right now, the only thing that I can't blink on is flipping Pacific Rim. Okay? Pacific Rim, it's a good workout playlist. Your favorite book. Oh my God. I don't know. My floor is so messy. And like, I'm going to do a video selling all of these because I have way too many books and I want to get rid of them. DSP, do I want to search up DSP? It sounds familiar. Will you ever do I tried it with like food, like weird food flavors or something. So I want to do like food products. Like there's a lot of food products that were on Shark Tank that I want to review. That I think would be cool. Opinion on David Dobrik. I think he's hilarious. I think he's great. I have more of an opinion on Alex Warren now, who I don't know. Like Alex Warren is someone in the Hype House who is now known as the someone who like stole his David Dobrik's concept for his videos and is like a carbon copy David Dobrik copy. And like Alex Warren, I met him at VidCon because he's friends with Blissa, who's like one of my YouTube friends. Check her out on YouTube, Blissa Ray. But she and him met through TanaCon, and I was supposed to interview him for my TanaCon documentary. And he just kind of ghosted me all the time. And I was like, is this what it's like being ghosted by internet people? He just stops. I just find your channel. What's your channel about? I talk about stuff. I have opinions and facts and cringe. That's what I've got. Okay. But yeah, no, Alex is, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I want to know, like, what changed, because he was like on the rise and then suddenly now he's known as the guy who copies David Dobrik. And it's like what choices do you make to get to that level? And like there was a new video on TikTok that I saw with him and his girlfriend, I believe, and it's like she's acting like Liza Koshy in it. It's very weird. And like maybe that is like I've met her once and like she clearly didn't, like in passing very quickly. He didn't even recognize me when we met at VidCon. But again, we never really met in person. We were just I was going to interview him, but he didn't recognize me at all. And she was just kind of like very not wanting to talk to me at all, which is fine because like Blissa was there and stuff, but it was just really weird. Any thoughts on Lily Pons? I try not to think about Lily Pons. I don't, it's not new, you know? Thoughtful opinions. What do you think is simp? Is OI simp? What? Do you know Mr. Gigi? Yes, he has the catch of it. No, Mr. Gigi is hilarious. I love his video reviews. I think I found him through his video called Cam, where he reviewed the horror movie Cam, which I'd actually like been wanting to watch for a while, and then I saw his video and I was like, oh, it's terrible. Cool. No, his video was good. Thoughts on simp culture? Jesus. I always think I don't have simps, and then my friends are like, you have simps. I've read your comment section, so that's fun. But as far as like simp culture, I mean, do you know, but like, it's like, don't expect like sympathy, I guess. Because like, I think it's fine, do you, but like the whole concept of simpdom basically is that it's one-sided. And so I think that when people like get like burned from it, or like, oh, I gave this girl money and she didn't do anything to me or didn't say anything to me, or she's not dating me, she's not my girlfriend now, she's not my girlfriend. It's like, I don't feel bad for you, my guy. You saw a girl online and she was like, ooh, yay, or whatever, you know, whatever. Like, do you? I have so much respect for these girls that are able to have that persona all the time, because I could never do that. And then like you get mad because like you donated her $5,000 or something, and you know she was like, oh, thank you, and then never responded to your DM. I don't know what to tell you, my guy. You know, if you're a simp, don't expect sympathy. AMG 2020. You know, I'm not gonna be here and be like simping is king shit like the okay boomer girl, but like I don't know. What do you think of guys being called simp for protecting? Oh, I've talked about the IDUP stuff so much. It's not, if you are a simp, you can simp for a girl all you want, okay? And like, it seems like by logic, simping is like having a crush on someone and then taking it to another level, okay? And I kind of want to do a full video on like internet, like slang and do like a internet vocabulary lesson and like go through simp and cuck and SJW and all that other shit just for fun. And maybe piss some people off for views. I don't know. But bye, slushy F bomb. Bye bye. But once, if you can simp for a girl you want, and then if you are lucky enough to essentially get out of the simp zone into the friend zone, and then maybe into the boyfriend zone or the girlfriend zone, because anyone can be a simp. Don't let anyone tell you you can't be a simp. Okay, girls can be simps 100%. You are now then that significant other. You're not a simp anymore. You've graduated from simp. You are now an actual like significant other. So I don't think iDubbbz is not a simp for supporting his girlfriend. He's just being a boyfriend. You know, like whatever. You can disagree with it all you want. That's it. Hi, dog. What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh my God. What? Who the fuck are you? Hi, dog. Where am I? You're in Alive. The Sim Zone. What do you think of Revenge of the Sis? I know they talked about me on the podcast about my video. That's really it. They thought I was the person who had emailed them back in December, and I DM'd them to let them know that I wasn't. I didn't DM anyone after I went on the show because someone was like, how do we know you're not the person who DM'd or emailed all these people? Because I guess someone emailed J. Aubrey as well. Am I a simp now, John Day? I mean, I don't think so. Are you? Thank you. But like, I don't think you're a simp now. Simps should unionize. There you go. Absolutely. But no, as far as like someone was like, how do we know that you're not the one who like emailed all these people talking about your experience on the show? Because like what you said is exactly what everyone else said. It's like, okay, well, one, if my entire goal was making a video on the show, why would I then give my experience to someone in case they wanted to use my experience for a video? Because then my video is useless, you know? Why would I do that? So I didn't email anyone. And also, I'm not a big fan of, I don't listen to Revenge of the Sis. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I do. I don't. I just DM them to be like, hey, I'm not the person that emailed you. And then they like sent me a copy of the DMs that they had received, and to see if like there was any other differences that I could corroborate. And that was really it. I'm not familiar with Red Letter Media. What do you think of Logan Paul? Logan Paul, okay. So as a whole, I'm not a fan. I don't like him most of the time. But I think that since he's lost the fight with KSI and he's accepted defeat, that he has matured in like a very weird way. Do I think he's 100% mature now? Do I think that his slate has been wiped clean? No. But he's definitely like grown up a little bit, you know? Like it's hard to explain. Oh, thank you, Zombie Trash. Would you do a collab with any other YouTubers if you could? What YouTubers, big or small? I mean, I would definitely do collabs. I don't know what I would do for a collab aside from like working together on like an investigation or something. Like that's all I can think of for like an investigation video. I don't know who, like, unless like we wanted to do like review movies or something together, you know? Like I don't know what else I would do for a collaboration. I don't know, Logan Paul is still a child in an adult body. I 100% agree. I'm not disagreeing. But he seems to have matured in a way that's also humbled him, but also not nearly enough because he's still trying to sell his ugly effing couch to his fans by saying how much he hated the couch. This is my biggest regret, but also please buy this couch that I spent 90 grand on because that's so stupid. That's such a stupid purchase. Is iDubbbz a simp? No, he's dating her. That doesn't count. I've talked about this several times. What about Tana Mojo and her MTV series? So they actually reached out to me to purchase the use of one of my clips from TanaCon, and I need to get paid for that. Still, I need to fill out paperwork. But they did buy one of my clips for the show for the first season. They purchased the rights to the whole video, and then or the ability to use clips in the video. I still own the video, but then they used like an audio clip of me being like, there was trash everywhere at a certain point because there were no trash cans. Like that's all they used of my whole video that they had. And it was like in the topic when they were talking about TanaCon. And I don't know, I thought it's just, I don't like it. Everything seems very surface level. They kept talking about like, she went through the worst time of her life talking about TanaCon in season 1. And it's like, okay, but like she did nothing that she said she was going to do. Like there are so many people who still have not gotten refunds. None of the promises that she made ever happened. And those tweets are still up on her Twitter. You know, like there's so much there. Have you seen Tom Scott's video on the YouTube copyright system? I want to say yes. His name sounds familiar. I'm very big on watching content about the algorithm and the copywriting and all of that. I really like watching those types of videos. So like I absolutely will probably end up seeing it at some point. Oh, Luke Alexander's hilarious. I know that Angelica Oles just did a video, like 2 videos talking about the series. So that's fun. Your favorite late night host? I don't really have any right now. There are always times where it's like, oh, I see the clip and it's like interesting, so I watch it on YouTube, but I usually don't watch a lot of late night anymore. I'm not going to sit here and try and pretend that I do. Have you watched Nerd City? Yes, and now he follows me on Twitter. It's weird. But no, I've liked some of his stuff. I like your sweater. Thank you, Sam. That is a language I do not understand, Machina. Hi, Amanda. Discovered your channel. Oh, thank you. Thoughts on Nikakawa Avocado to James Murray? I heard about it. I haven't watched it yet, but didn't he like hit on him or something? I don't know. Hi, Amanda. Love your intro. Oh, chat's moving fast again. Oh, no. Top 10 anime betrayals. Oh, my God. All of them. What 2 stupid people dislike this video? Did someone dislike it? I can't see dislikes from here. That's funny that you guys didn't like it. Was there a movie where one change could have made it much better? Okay, if you guys haven't seen my video on Men in Black International, which was the reboot of Men in Black, please go watch it because I wanted to like that movie so bad, okay? And they did the dumbest thing, which was making Agent M, which was oh my God, Tessa's character, Tessa. I'm forgetting her name. I'm terrible. But her character is like, again, the bright-eyed newbie who's like, I'm so excited to like fight with aliens. And it's like, Tessa Thompson, thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible person. I'm so bad with names. The last live stream, I called Kelsey Kreppel. I just referred to her as Cody Ko's girlfriend. And I felt so bad. Someone DM'd me like, she's more than that. I know she's more than that. I just forgot your name, Kelsey. I'm sorry. But Tessa, in that movie, there were so many things wrong with that movie. One was the fact that they kept reminding us that they were, in fact, in Thor Ragnarok and part of the MCU, which I thought was stupid. But they made her like the bright-eyed newbie after she spent her whole life hunting down the Men in Black because everyone thought she was crazy her whole life because she saw an alien and she saw them. But they erased her parents' memory, and they then go on to say like, I have nothing I could happily walk away from, implying that her parents like abandoned her or they passed away or she just has no contact with them whatsoever. And it's like, you know how much better that movie would have been? Okay, bye. If like that movie would have been so much better if they had just made her angry, you know, and like gone on like an internal struggle of like, wow, I love working with aliens. What? I know. Hi. So like so much like they could have had her go on like this internal struggle of like, wow, I'm working with all these amazing aliens that I've spent my life like trying to hunt down the Men in Black, but I hate the Men in Black for what they did to me and how they lands. And that would have been so much better, you know? Like give us angry women. I don't want this bright-eyed newbie like, I'm so excited to be a part of this. Like, sure, I'll join you. Like, no, that was boring. Bye, YouTube fans. Love the condescension. Me or what? Of the movie? No, it's just like I want angry things. Like everything's the same these days, you know? And I don't know if it's like we're afraid to show angry women or something like that. Just watch The Mask. Have you seen that, Swell? Yes. It's not even an angsty Twitch. I just want like good writing. So much of it is like, oh, here's like the bright-eyed newbie and like the seasoned agent who's kind of a dick, you know, played by Chris Hemsworth. And also Chris Hemsworth is a tentacle fucker, and that's canon in that movie. So I want that on the record. If you could be a planet, which one would you be? I don't know. Neptune? I don't know. What do you think about Storytime animators? They put Storytime animators? Okay. I don't like the company ones that are like clearly run by a company. I had a video idea for those actually, for doing a video on like the This Actually Happened channel and something like that. That I don't want to talk about because I don't want anyone to steal my idea. But as far as like smaller Storytime animators who are like, hey, let's talk about this. There's another channel, I think his name is Andre Trebe, I want to say, or something. But he does like movie reviews, but with like animation, which I think is kind of cool. Mountains or beaches? I mean, I live near the beach all the time, but I love the mountains, so I'm gonna go with mountains. Thoughts on Hype House doing Daisy Keach wrong? Okay, I really want to talk to her because I don't know what she thinks she's doing now, making the clubhouse, or the clubhouse house or whatever. Because she's doing like a spinoff house and it's all girls now. But I don't know, like, is that format dead? You know, of making like a TikTok house or a YouTube house. I know it's a lot of it's worked for gamers, but I just feel like there's so much more messiness that comes out of it than actual like growth for everyone involved, you know? And like once they leave, there's talk of them like, you know, are they ever going to be the same? David Dobrik or Alex Ernst, don't put them together. What is wrong with you? I'm not up to date on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, all of that. Does anyone understand the Hype House, though? I understand the Hype House, absolutely. It's run by, it's a 20-year-old, it's a dude in his 20s who used to be in Team 10, who was kicked out from Team 10, and now preys on minors for internet clout. That's what the Hype House is. And I had no idea. I knew Daisy was in the Hype House. I had no idea she was like involved in the inception of it. I remember reading an article on the Hype House when it first started, and people were like, oh, this is so stupid. This will last a week. And like Daisy was talked about how she was one of the founding members and one of the few people that lived in the house, along with like a couple other people. But nothing was saying like, oh, she's one of the founders. So that's that. Favorite Marvel movie. Look, okay, I will fight anyone on this. But Captain America, the Winter Soldier is one of the greatest Marvel movies ever made. And I will fight you on this. Taylor Lorenz blew them up. Yeah, I watched Taylor Lorenz. Oh, hey, Pescator. Taylor Lorenz's stuff is, I love her articles and her takes on things. What? No. We took your car. My dad is looking for his keys. Shout out. Hi, Guide to Street Magic. What's up? You're a good egg. Thank you. No one ever disagrees on the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier is amazing, and I will fight anyone, okay? Daisy got kicked out and now made the clubhouse, I think. So she got kicked out / was forced out because she is one of the founding members and filed all the trademarks for Hype House, which one of them should have done in the first place. I don't know why that's not step one. I have an idea for something that might be happening in May. And the first thing I went and did is went and bought all the possible domain names for that thing because I'm worried about someone else doing that to me, you know? So I don't know why they created something like the Hype House. And the first thought wasn't trademarking everything, you know? Like I know a bunch of them are kids, but like that, God, what's the name? The dude in his 20s who's preying on all those minors. What's his name? The one who's being a terrible person. So he is the one who probably should have thought of doing that for the business side, especially if he worked in Team 10, because Jake Paul trademarks everything he can. So how he didn't know to do that in the first place is ridiculous. Hello. Sorry, it said my connection is unstable. Please wait while I try connecting. Sorry if there's a lag. Okay. Is it? No. Cool. And he just made a response. I haven't seen his response video. I started watching Daisy. I've been following Daisy for a while because like she's big on Instagram and yeah. So as far as that, Thomas is fired from Team 10. Clearly he's a bad egg. I know. What is it like there's so many like I left Team 10, why I left Team 10, but to actually be like genuinely fired from Team 10 when you weren't dating or not dating. What? Okay, I'm parked in the lot. Okay, we'll find him. Hi. It's 7 a.m. here. Jesus. You like her butt. What? Do I? Oh, I like her butt. I don't know. I can't remember her butt. I despise J Station. Who doesn't? Honestly, there's a weird lag, and it's tripping me out. Any thoughts on the Spider-Verse? Okay, Into the Spider-Verse is so good. Arguably one of the best Spider-Man movies of recent date. And the fact that it was so ignored just has to do with the fact that it's an animated movie, but it's so well done. I highly recommend it. I think it's still on Netflix. And there's still a weird lag, and it's taken me out. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Do you buy DVDs? Okay, so part of the reason I want to sell all my books and get rid of them all is so I have space to build my DVD collection. So I need to sell all my books because I do want to grow my DVD collection. I just bought a bunch of stuff from the Criterion collection. So do you think Philip DeFranco's channel is not going to continue growing? I mean, at a certain point with how weird YouTube has gotten, I think that there is a certain point where it's like basically maximum growth at a certain point. Because at the end of the day, if the algorithm, you can be a big creator and the algorithm still may not like your channel, you know? And so like, that's why you see like there are people who were huge years ago and then maybe like they did a couple videos, maybe they went away for a month or whatever, and then they came back and then suddenly their videos started getting like a couple thousand views, you know? And because like the algorithm just doesn't push anything. That's why like you'll hear a lot of people be like, hey, make sure when you hit the subscribe button, you hit the notification bell and select all notifications. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to get all of the notifications for that channel, you know? And so that's why the algorithm is just kind of weird right now, you know? So that's that. Oh no, message redacted. I always want to know when the message is redacted, what that means. It's always fun. Good morning. Where is morning? Here is the night. Today is, oh, I've been on here for over an hour. Okay. I'm supposed to be editing. Thoughts on Disney Plus. It always buffers at the weirdest time, you know? Have you ever ended up on the weird side of YouTube before? Define the weird side of YouTube. I found some weird stuff on YouTube. Do you have an advertisement for Raid Shadow Legends? One of them reached out to me for a sponsorship, one of their ad companies that they work with. And honestly, if things get much worse, I will. Thoughts on animals wearing human clothes? Honestly, if it's hot out and you put your dog in some booties so they don't burn their freaking feet when you take them for a walk, I don't care. One of my favorite subscriptions, like for movie streaming services or like actual like subscription boxes, because I just canceled all my subscriptions. Cat person or dog person? I've had cats and I've had dogs. I currently don't have either. I don't know, honestly. I love dogs though, but also I'm like kind of a homebody if I can be, and so I'm not against cats. What is your favorite horror movie of all time? Oh God. I don't know. I love horror movies, but I can't think of like, oh my God, why does everyone care if I care if iDubbbz is a simp or not? He's not a simp, guys. He's dating her. That doesn't count. Have you played Animal Crossing before? Yes. Now, no. I don't have a Switch. I'm saving money. I can't get a Switch, but I do want to play Animal Crossing very, very badly. I have not been laid off from my barista job yet. Hopefully I don't become laid off from my barista job, but who knows? Fave animation movie. Oh gosh, I don't know, actually. What do you think of Hosier? I saw Hosier live and it was insane. If you ever get a chance to see Hosier live in concert, highly recommend it. He's incredible live. You know, like there are certain musicians where they're maybe very talented, but you can clearly hear the change made in production onto their vocals on their albums and their songs and things like that. But then just hearing someone live and hearing them literally exactly the same, sound exactly the same, music-wise, vocals-wise, when they're performing on an album is an insane experience, and Hosier is amazing. Scooby-Doo is amazing, okay? And I want all of the original 2D animated series on box sets. Scooby-Doo is amazing. What is your favorite toe on your feet? Nope, we're not feeding into the foot fetish community today. Apparently, did you guys know I don't have a wiki feet? Sad. Thoughts on chinchillas? I wanted a chinchilla a lot because there was a girl in my middle school who had a chinchilla, and then I held it one time and it rolled around and I was like, this is a baby. Do you collect Funko Pops? I have a couple actually. They're like all in my closet. I don't want to go get them. I have like 5, I think. I would like more, but it's one of those things. Go check out Lindsay Ellis's video on cats. I've seen it actually. I watched the whole thing. I didn't realize it was 57 minutes until today. I was like, oh, this is like a 20-minute long video, which I think is always very entertaining with video essay videos when you don't realize how long they are. Are you or were you in college? I have 2 associate's degrees. Yay. I'm not currently in school. Hand reveal. So that's it. When I delete a message, it's because I messed up while typing. Okay, cool. No, I saw her video on cats. Lindsay's video on cats was really good. I liked it a lot. And like, cause that movie is a mess, but I saw it 3 times and it's such a riot. I highly recommend it. Are you like rich? Not even a little bit. No. We rent this place. I've moved, I think I did the math the other day. It's something like 16 times since I was 13. Something absurd. And that's on divorced parents. I'm so sorry. One second. Oh goodness, I sneezed. Hi. How many? I'm not technically. I'm not on quarantine. We're in social distancing. Sorry. Hi. Allergies. Anyway, good night. Do you think Rona Crisis will save the losing show? No, I don't. Probably not, because at the very least, they rely so heavily on, oh, Pescator asked that. They rely so heavily on audience reactions that filming another season, they haven't filmed season 2 yet. They haven't started, it's not greenlit. And I originally thought they were going to do a season 2, and then someone reminded me, oh, Busy Phillips didn't get a season 2. And so I'm wondering if that might be the case for Lily's show. But they rely so heavily on an audience, and they can't do studio audiences right now, probably for the foreseeable future because of quarantine. So I really don't know. It really comes down to how well she networks herself in these next couple of weeks. I know she did something with Dr. Fauci where she interviewed him because a bunch of YouTubers were interviewing him for the thing with YouTube. So I really think it comes down to that. But like, again, as I've said before, all the episodes are recorded. They're not recording anything new right now. They haven't recorded anything new since December 13th. So I don't know about a season 2 for them. It really comes down to whether or not like they ever plan on giving her a season 2. Like, because I feel like with certain shows, you don't know, usually you know earlier on than the 11th hour. So that's that. Would you go back to Lily's show audience? They definitely know I exist now. So I'd probably try, but I would probably have someone go with me just in case. But I know it's really dark in here. I'm very sorry. There's like no overhead light because it's supposed to rain in California in the next couple of days. So fave kind of coffee. I just get black coffee. I work in a coffee shop where we source our beans from all over the world in different coffee climates where it's good to grow coffee. I will watch The Lighthouse. I promise. I haven't watched it fully. It's one of those things where, there's certain movies where it comes out and you just kind of miss it in the box office. The Lighthouse was one of those movies for me. Why does there need to be a replacement for Lily at this point? I just think there's always that question of like, who's going to fill up that slot? And I really don't know. I really don't know who would fill that slot. I know everyone's like, oh, let's recommend other YouTubers. I don't think they're going to give that slot to YouTubers for a long time. And maybe they shouldn't give it to a YouTuber. I don't know. But I don't know. I really don't know what they would do with that slot, if they would do anything with it or just use it for reruns of other shows and stuff. But for a while, it's probably not going to be another YouTuber. They're not just going to like, hey, we failed with this one. Let's try again, because then that YouTuber is going to be under even more scrutiny. And I can't imagine what YouTuber would take that spot. I have not watched Money Heist. Why is everyone asking me that? I promise I'll watch it. Have any of your subscribers come to your coffee shop while you're there? Not recently. Oh, thank you, John. Has anyone, so when I talked about this the other live stream, but I, like a year and a half ago, was going to Vegas with my friend for her birthday. And I wasn't working that day, but my dad drove me to my work because I was going to pick up coffee for my friends and I, because we were all going to drive together. And as we were sitting there, a girl walked up while we were waiting for our drinks and was like, hi, I'm sorry, are you on YouTube? I was like, no. Yes. What? And she was like, I'm sorry, I like your videos a lot, and I would love to talk more, but I'm like late for work. And she was like in her work uniform and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, great, thank you, bye. And then she left, and I just put my head on the table and I told my dad that he definitely set that up because that doesn't happen in real life. And he was like, no, that was real. And I was like, no, it's not. And then at VidCon and stuff last year, a couple of people who knew me like through my brother, because my brother was like really big on Instagram and Musically and YouNow at one point in time, who know me through him, came up and saw me at VidCon. And then a couple people who saw my TanaCon videos and stuff. But yeah, nothing at my coffee shop lately where it's like, oh, you're Amanda. No, nothing like that. Maybe Carson Daly will come back. I don't know. Does he want to? I don't know. Opinion on First Amendment auditor YouTubers? Is that a thing? Your dad sounds really cool. Don't let him hear you say that. I'll get to his head. What are your hobbies? Right? Pretty much YouTube is my hobby, really. I mean, it's more like a side hustle at this point, but it's like, OMG, who is your brother? My brother is Grant Golka. He's on TikTok now. Let's see. Let's check. Should we check his TikTok? He's going to be mad at me if I check this. Let's see. Let's check my brother's TikTok. Grant Golka. Let's see. Grant is at, he's at 12.5 thousand followers. For a while, he was at like 160K on TikTok, and I think he sold his account, but I don't know, because he was like, the views are down, which makes no sense. But yeah, does anyone want Carson Daly back? Ha ha ha. I don't know. Please do more live streams. This was great. Guys, I am a YouNow partner. This was simply a test because they checked what I did the other day for my first stream on YouNow. So on YouNow, I am a YouNow partner now. I did my first live stream the other day, and I simulcast to YouTube. The quality was terrible, and so I didn't do this. And I just decided to just do this and see how the quality was, and it looks fine. So I don't know what the deal is. But I am a YouNow partner, so you guys should go check me out on YouNow. If you just go to YouNow and search Swell Entertainment, check me out on there. I'll be doing at least weekly live streams. I don't know if I'm going to be doing more on here. Also, this will not be staying up on my channel, for the record. Someone got mad at me for that the other day. And it's like, you guys, patrons, you guys want to become a patron on my Patreon, you guys get bonus content over there. And that'll also be live streams, copies of the live streams on there. So that'd be cool. You're doing better this time. Thank you. Because last time I had no idea what I was doing. And I was dealing with 2 different chats. And no one seemed to understand that, even though there was a giant, right down here, there was a giant streaming on YouNow or check me out on YouNow. None of that. No one understood that. I wanted to do so many things like watch you, but I worked during this quarantine. See, I worked during this quarantine too. Like I have so many ideas. Oh, Jesus, Pescator, so much. You should start your own show interviewing creators. You have a talent for it. Anyway, here's some money. Thank you. I have a mask actually, because at my job now, they're saying that we have to be wearing masks. 2020 can eat a bag of dicks. I agree, Pescator. That's too much money, but thank you. No, I want to do, I talked the other day about the possibility of doing like a podcast or something in the future, but I'm not sure if I would want to do get a co-host and talk about movies and stuff, or if I would want to do an interview-based podcast. But no, I do want to do more interviews with creators because I had an idea for a type of content for this channel, which was basically spending the day with someone, kind of like what Anthony Padilla does, but he does it more on an interview basis. Well, what I wanted to do was okay, are YouTubers going on tour? Are musicians going on tour? Are, who is a podcast? Who does a show? Who does something? And then from the moment they wake up to the moment they're done with the day, just kind of, follow their day and just kind of, I guess, shadow them the entire time and then have interview questions interspersed with that. I really want to do that, but I really can't do that right now because quarantine and social distancing and everything is canceled. Is it lagging for you? Because there's a really bad lag when I talk right now. And any traveling plans after quarantine? I'm probably just going to go somewhere just because I can. If I don't quit my job, if they don't fire me by then. Thank you, Robert, for explaining the origin of my name. Hopefully internet is fixed. No lag, no lag. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Because for me, it's I look like I'm lagging, but then everyone's saying those masks make me dizzy. Oh, no, I thought I was going to pass out at work today. And it's annoying because I'm literally doing it so I don't, because for all we know, I'm young, we don't know who's more likely to be asymptomatic and who's not. And so who knows who has it and who doesn't. I have no symptoms. I don't believe I've come in contact with anyone with the virus, but who knows, And so I have a mask, so do all my coworkers, and we're literally doing it to not only protect ourselves, but protect the community. And so many people came in and were giving us a hard time and making fun of us for wearing masks at work. And it's Darwinism, my guy, What's your favorite coffee at your work? Not much lag, but OBS would help. Okay. Favorite coffee at your work? We had an El Salvador, a coffee from El Salvador that we just call it El Salvador, but it was so good. I also really like Kenya coffees because there's just always a good strong, not a bite to them, but they're roasted right. They're really good strong coffee. I talked about this on Twitter, but I'll talk about it on here. I'm now obsessed with this TikTok creator who's like a very small creator, but she's like, yeah, my college was canceled. And so me and my friends moved into this commune and now we just all live together and they just make commune content where they're just all making, like one girl just makes bread all the time. And like they have like group hot chocolate nights and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I don't know why. Like way more entertaining. Now there's lag. Cool. What's the best coffee creamer? I don't really like creamer. I tried one recently from the Dollar Tree because I thought it was instant coffee and it was actually creamer, but it was really good. I don't know what it's called. But for the most part, I usually just do like a splash of almond milk or oat milk, but oat milk is amazing. Ever been to Europe? Favorite European country? Never been to Europe, actually. But yeah, I want to travel more. I'd love to go to Europe. I want to travel. One of my friends next semester was going to do a summer abroad or something. And she was like, in Germany, she was going to do a summer abroad. And I was like, hey, just like, let me come crash into your floor. And she was like, yeah, of course. So Jesus, Jamie, I can't join your Patreon, but I can give one-off donations, sending love during these tough times. Thank you, Jamie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if there's ever a time where you guys like don't want to join Patreon for whatever reason, but you like do want to do something. I know I don't have merch or anything. But I do have a coffee account and those are like one-off donations. If you guys ever want to do that, you by no means have to. Simply watching my content, being subscribed, thumbs upping, commenting, all of that. That's so much support and more than I could ever ask for. So thank you. But that is an option that's there if you want to. Also, I started listing my Depop again on my stuff and I'm trying to get rid of stuff. So if you want to buy my stuff, I know we're in a pandemic, but I do wash everything before I send it. So how do you cope with people constantly scrutinizing your content? It's weird, actually, because I don't know if you guys have seen this. But like I don't know if any other creators have experienced this, but like before I got to the level I'm at now, when I was at like 6,000 subscribers and I was averaging maybe max 800 to 1,000 views a video, and then occasional one-offs that did really well. My Depop is swell_shop. That's it. It's listed on my link tree on my Instagram if you guys want to go check that out. I'm sorry, I'm gross. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, people commenting and scrutinizing your stuff. I don't know. For some reason, I found that like when I had less followers and less people were watching, the mean comments, the critical comments hurt less, or like I gave them less credence, I guess, because it's like, oh, this is one person, you know? But now that I'm bigger, like, and I get more nice comments, like when I see a bad comment, I'm like more like, oh, why? Oh, thank you, Isaac. Oh my God. Like it's weird, you know? Like I still don't care. Like it's gone in 2 seconds, but like, I don't know. It's weird. It like hurts more for some reason. Sorry, I'm trying to grab another tissue. I'm very sorry. Okay. Hi. What countries have you been to? Not a whole lot. The only other place I've actually been is like the Caribbean for a wedding. And after I graduated 8th grade, I really haven't left the country much. Do you have a self-care ritual? Yeah, it used to be going to the fucking movies and now I can't go anywhere. Please stay inside. No, I just like, you know, just do a hair mask, wash my face all the fucking time. I'm not supposed to do face masks at all because I'm on Accutane. You're not supposed to do any extra treatments or anything. Pretty much it. I usually just disassociate watching TikTok or YouTube videos. What video we're editing right now? So you guys are helping me procrastinate on my Birds of Prey video, which is almost done. So I don't know why I'm procrastinating on it. But yeah, that's that. What countries have you been to? Not many. I have one question. Are you more of a bean type of person or a peas type of person? Beans. Yes. That's it. I live in Puerto Rico. Cool. Are you an English major? If so, what's your plans? I am an English major, and my plans were originally to transfer to university for creative writing. But now the world's on fire and school seems unimportant and like a waste of money. So I don't know, because I've been doing fine so far. I haven't been watching the animated series for Harley Quinn. I've seen bits and pieces. I do want to watch it though. What are your thoughts on the Birds of Prey soundtrack album? So good. I liked it. I thought it was great. I think what they did with it was pretty good. How are you? Struggling. Pink Bunny, I'm struggling. Online classes. I did do online classes for a bit, but I also did go to in-class classes. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with my notes. I like it. I did like Birds of Prey. I saw it opening weekend. I talk about a lot of the reasons I think it failed at the box office in my video that's coming out on Tuesday, so you guys should check that out Tuesday. So I have insurance through my work, so Accutane. So someone asked how much Accutane was for me with my insurance for Marky. I'm not going to show my medical information, obviously, but here's my packets. It's very regulated. So they don't prescribe traditional form. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with my nose. Accutane anymore. They now prescribe Chloravis, and I am a woman who is capable of getting pregnant. So everything has the warning of do not get pregnant. So that's fun. Not that there's a risk of me getting pregnant because I'm incapable of getting laid. So that's fun. Any tips for upcoming YouTubers? Don't listen to everyone telling you to find a niche, because I don't have a niche. I don't want one. I think it's unimportant and I would get bored, and I'd like to keep my soul. So do whatever you want, whatever keeps you happy. And, just be consistent. My brother said that one of you told me to eat a bag of dicks, but I don't see that. So apparently someone told me to eat a bag of dicks. So that's fun. Do you love kids anyways? Would I want kids? Is that the question? Probably one day. I'm 22. I'm not really thinking about kids at this very moment in time. Anyway, girl, don't forget about us early subscribers. Hi, Marion. Hi. I'm glad you're an early subscriber. I mean, like, I'm not super familiar with all of my early subscribers. Some of you I'm aware of. A lot of my patrons were really early subscribers. I have like 10 patrons that were like OG. Like Alyssa, I know, was like my first patron, so that's cool. Let's see. They said that 2020 can eat a bag of dicks. Oh, they said 2020 can eat a bag of dicks. Yes, absolutely. Do you want Starbucks? No, go home. One time at my brother's, it swayed me to have kids. My brother. One time at my brother, it swayed me away from having kids. I don't know if I want kids, honestly. Maybe like I'm 22. It's not really something I'm thinking of right now. My ability to get a date would be nice before I consider spawning. That'd be fun. What is your dream country to travel to? I just really want to travel. New Zealand looks stunning. Amsterdam looks stunning. I'm a history nerd, so I do want to go to London because I'm an English major. I'm obsessed with fucking Shakespeare. So Iron Armor just dropped a YouTube thing. That's cool. I do tell him to send it to Toronto. Are you aware of me? Hi, Brandon. Yes, I'm aware of you. Thoughts on ASMR? It's not for me. I've never gotten there's a certain, I suppose they've done science on it where there is a certain people that are comfortable with ASMR and it does give them a calming effect to hear people make sounds. For me, it just really activates my fight or flight, or I'm someone's coming for me. So I don't get anything out of ASMR really. Although I do like paint mixing videos, those, I see a lot of those on Instagram where it's here's us mixing paint. I do like those, but the ones of people crunching things and whispering into mics, not a fan of that. Don't come to South Africa. Okay. Why not? Starbucks, I meant. Oh, what about Starbucks? Okay, I don't know what about Starbucks. Enrico, what'd you say? That got your message redacted. I just woke up. Hi, Thunder. What's up? Why don't you use Tinder? I do have Tinder. I just don't use it much. I I usually use Tinder and I like match with people, and then the moment they like keep talking, I start ghosting them when they start learning too much information about me, or when they're like, okay, hey, you want to go on a date or meet up or something, and then I stop talking. Bye, Venkat. Do you think the oddly satisfying video trend is dead? I mean, so just make a complete. I'm more of a friend of like cringe video trends or whatever. You know, like here's this terribly chaotic video. I like those videos. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Oh gosh, there's so many. Jenna Marbles is always going to be an OG. I don't like normal ASMR, but I will put it on when people are talking when I want to relax. That's fair. Bob Ross doesn't count as ASMR though. He's like does like nice tutorials. His voice is just calming. Your brother asked if you would wanted Starbucks. I said, then I'll take some and have it sent to Toronto. Oh, okay. My brother and my dad are enjoying my live stream, so that's fun. Hi, should I flip them off? I don't know. Your anxiety is very relatable. LOL. Okay, good. I just think it's important. Like, my anxiety isn't my entire personality, but it doesn't affect a giant chunk of my personality. So I think it's important to share about that. I can't get a date. I can't get a date. That's true. Did you retract your message, Brandon? Come on. Do you have a favorite? Why is everyone retracting their message? Come on. Grant said, oh my God. Hi, Grant. Xbox or PlayStation? Xbox? I don't know. PlayStation? I don't have either. I don't play much either. My brother says he loves me. I'm assuming my dad typed that. I filmed Rice Gums and other YouTubers' music videos. Super weird people. LOL. Really? Wait, please do a video about that. I want to know what goes behind the scenes of those videos so badly. I'm British. You can visit London, but you need to visit Newcastle. It's a beautiful city. Ooh, really? Okay. I feel like they're not necessarily dead, but migrated to Instagram. Oh, like satisfying videos? Absolutely. Yes, Brandon, that is the same concept. 100%. Good vibe towards you all. Cool, Sylvia. That's very nice of you. You're relatable is what keeps me here. And a certain thumbnail wrote me in though. Oh, are you talking about the bikini photos? Some people get really mad at that video because they're like, yes, this is clickbait. And I was like, okay, bye. You know, I thought about doing another video about ambassadorships because I've been reached out to by a lot lately. And so I thought about doing another one. What are your thoughts about 6ix9ine? Grant. I talked about this already. I think they need to get him security is what they need. How many fingers am I holding up? I'm going to guess 4. Anywhere in the US you'd want to road trip to? Yes, I want to go on like a cryptid paranormal creature road trip, okay? We're going to go to Fresno to try and find the Fresno Nightcrawler, okay? We're going to go to try and find the Mothman. We're going to go to try and find flippin' Bigfoot. Let's go. The Jersey Devil, let's go. I'm so down. I went through a lot of stuff, and I realized a large part of my awkwardness with people is anxiety and trying to not immediately feel awkward. Yeah, but I always feel awkward, and also most of mine is trauma. So that's fun. Have you seen Arrow? I stopped watching after like season 3, I think. Like Champlin, fine champ. Okay. Fuck yeah, Mothman. Yes, Mothman. I literally bought a Mothman mug. It may actually be downstairs. I ordered something that was supposed to be delivered, and it's a new phone case because I have this plain one because my Peter Parker one that just says a film by Peter Parker on the back broke. And so I ordered one that just has a bunch of cryptids on it. Seeing your brother's hair makes me want to see what you'd look like right now with natural. Him and I have very similar hair, I would say. Natural color. I am naturally blonde. Jersey Devil sounds like a kick-ass wrestling move. Yeah, it does. Future car. Something that's not the piece of shit that I'm driving. I'm not going to talk about the make and model of my car. Obviously, that's stupid. But I have an old piece of shit that's a used piece of shit. It's still running, but I vaguely hate it. And it gets terrible mileage. So I want something with better mileage. But I don't think I would ever really want a Tesla because eventually the power grid's going to go down when the apocalypse happens. And I think it'd be a terrible idea to own an electric car that's completely electric with no ability to have gas in the current form. Tiger King was so exciting, Marion. You're lying. Do you want to visit Paris, France? I do, actually. I would love to. I literally just stumbled across your channel. Seems good so far. Thank you, Kyle. See, I want to go to Australia, but I feel like that's like a trip where I'd have to like really plan something out, you know? I'd like want to do it. Like, see, what are your guys' like? See, what are your opinions on like solo travel versus like group travel? Or like traveling. I don't have a significant other. Can you speak lower? Hello. That's all you get. Did Carol do it? Yes, probably. Too apathetic. Who's better, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, or Tobey Maguire? Okay, I think they all did something different that worked in their roles, honestly. I think Andrew Garfield brought overall, I think the movies definitely could have been better, but I think he brought a technical aspect to the, like, bringing the spider element into Spider-Man and his movements when in the costume that worked really well. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Then just turn your volume down. My volume doesn't go down, mic, for this, okay? Only group travel. See, I do solo travel here and there, but like I do think there is safety in traveling in a group, but also like you have to deal with people in a group, Yeah, see, I don't speak other languages, Jenna. That would be the problem for me. Tom Holland for the win. I do think Tom Holland, I think when I was younger and I pictured like Spider-Man, like I would say that now with the age he's at and like how young he looks, it does fit, but that's pretty much it. Do you still have your parents? Yes. They're both still alive. I only speak to one of them, and that's all I'm going to talk about that. Friend group then? I don't know. Infomercials are better than leasing. Okay. Into the Spider-Verse, best Spider-Man movie. Into the Spider-Verse is an incredible movie. I don't know if I would say it's the best Spider-Man movie, because like the first Spider-Man movie, like the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie was literally the first movie I saw in a theater my dad took me, which says a lot about my personality, actually, now that I think about it. But I don't know. So I don't know. I probably have to sit through and see everything. I have not seen Euphoria, no. Are you excited for Wonder Woman 1984? Yes, but then someone... Why do you guys... I don't want to take my glasses off because then I can't see. I want to see Wonder Woman because I did like the first Wonder Woman. But the thing about Wonder Woman, someone pointed it out to me, where someone said, why does Gal Gadot say her lines like she's hearing them for the first time? And I don't know why I can't get that out of my head now, because she does pause between a lot of her lines. And I know English isn't her first language or anything like that, but it's interesting, Like I can't get that thought out of my head now. What's your ethnicity? 7 shades of white. Do you feel that we should have South Asian superheroes other than Kamal Mandan's character? Yes, I always think that, is it Gal Gadot, not Gal Gadot? I always want to pronounce it Gadot. Is it Gadot? I'm sorry. I personally don't have a problem with, like, I think it's so stupid when people are like, they're changing ethnicities of characters. It's a comic book. They're a drawing. We can change that. That's fine, So personally, I think it's important to have more diversity in superheroes, No, in France, we don't speak English. Okay. Gal Gadot. Is it Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot? I don't know. Gadot? Pretty sure it's Gadot. Okay, everyone's just wondering now. Thoughts on celebrities singing Imagine? I think it was tone deaf and stupid. Do you know all the rules to Fight Club? Yes, Dan, I do. What's your favorite part of the day? When I get to go to sleep, usually. Or like, like when you're out of work, but it's like 2 hours later and you finally like getting your head out of that work mindset and you're just able to do nothing or work on whatever the heck else you were doing or go see a movie or eat food and not think about work. That's the best part of the day. Do you feel everything is becoming 80s? Yes. Oh my God, so many TV shows. It's such a cheap aesthetic at this point because I don't know if they were first, but I definitely think they popularized it. But Stranger Things popularized putting everything in the 80s and like giving everything that 80s aesthetic. And it was an easy way to like make it all stylized and aesthetic. And now people are relying on that. Like new creators are relying on that. So, in an interview, she says it's Gadot. Okay, so are we pronouncing the T or are we not pronouncing the T? Can we talk about the Deep Depression coming? I mean, we can, but I don't want to because it's sad and awful. You'll make more money with super chats and subscriptions on YouTube. See, I don't know what I would offer for my for a subscription because like struggle with Patreon content as it is right now. So I don't know if I would do something else. The trouble with Paris is that everything is so expensive. Oh, I don't doubt it. I've heard that like there's this good channel that I like, Damon and Joe. They started the website Shut Up and Go, but they're a travel channel. Pronounce the T. Okay, thank you, Dark Bungle. But they did a video where one of them was in Rome and one of them was in Paris, talking about like, can you live on $10 a day type of thing. And they did like a full thing with that. And I guess Rome is like very inexpensive, and then Paris is just incredibly expensive. And I know Rome is in Italy, but yeah. Try Twitch. I'm on YouNow, you guys. I know I should be saying that more. I'm now a YouNow partner. I will be doing at least weekly live streams on YouNow, and I will sometimes be simulcasting to YouTube. But the problem with simulcasting on YouTube is that the quality is infinitely worse than what it looks like right now, which I can't stand. So we're going to figure this out. Oh, thank you, Bala. Since you're bi, who are your male, female childhood crushes? Oh, God, we have so much time. No, so little time. Like celebrity-wise or like fictional animated characters-wise? Because I think a wide chunk of like me was realizing like how attracted I was to all these super hot girl hackers that movies and TV shows had. I don't know why. You deserve it. Your videos rock. Thank you, David. I think Super 8 started the current obsession. See, but that movie came out when I was like early in high school. Like was it even that? I may have been in middle school when Super 8 came out. Super 8 came out a long time ago, I guess. Like, what is it? 2012 was Super 8 came out, or was it 2013? Favorite video game? I really don't play video games. So I don't really have a favorite. I love your content. Thank you, Heather. What other era in history would you like to see become popular within media? I just always love like Regency things and like historical things. I want more like Nordic legends, Greek myth things, because I just think there's so much there that can be stylized so well. There's so much potential in so many myths. And I think just doing like the traditional, like, oh, Helen of Troy and everything like that is like, there's so much potential with so many different myths and different ancient cultures that I think would be interesting to see on screen. Super 8 came out in 2011. See, yeah, it's a pretty old movie. So like, yeah, I guess you could say it like there's always been 80s aesthetic in movies, but like the lighting is getting worse. I'm very sorry. Let's see, can I make this any better? Nope. Would you have lived in another time? No, I'm a woman. I like being able to vote, and I like being able to get married to whoever I want. And yeah, I mean, I'd like things to not, I mean, is there a timeline where like the Cheeto isn't our president? If there's a different timeline, then I'll take that. Did you watch American Gods? I started to. I have the book. Do I still have the book? I do. I like the book. I didn't watch the full first season, or I'm not caught up at all. But the book is really good. But Sweeney dies earlier. I don't know. Did he die in the show? I have no idea. Can we stop? Matt, you got to stop trying to make Gulkamaniacs happen, please. It's very cringy. How do I get a girlfriend? Dude, if I knew, I would have one. How old are you? 22. Can you pronounce my name? Shawl? Is that it? Shawl? Shawl? I'm being yelled at. Okay, it's almost midnight here in Ireland, so I gotta go. Bye, Jamie. Do you read sci-fi? Not a lot recently. Come in. You're on the stream. This is Grant. I can't believe.
Hi, kids.
Why'd you bring me Starbucks? Thank you. Did you wash your hands yet?
Not yet. I'm about to. Have a good day, kids. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Be safe. Wash your hands.
This is Grant.
Y'all are lit. Have a good day.
Goodbye.
Bye. I'm 19 and single, by the way. Thank you.
Cheers. Special guest Grant. Yes, unfortunately. Is he your son? Dear God, no. I'm 22. He's 19. No, he's not my kid. The embodiment of TikTok. Dude, okay, I'm telling you, the TikTok template is my brother. What do you think of Stay Space and Snowflake? Dude, I don't give a shit, you know? I think the real Snowflake is Bloomberg because he seemed to make a full thing about people trolling him on the internet. You know what I do when I want to vandalize something? I go and buy a piece of plywood, or like what he tried to make his trolls do, which was so stupid. He needs a haircut. Oh, he's claiming that he won't get a haircut until I reach 100K subscribers. Why he's basing it on my channel growth is stupid. I don't know. A 19-year-old just called me kid. Sit down. I'm 22. Nice. He sounds like California because we're from California. Some from the future. Some Golgats and kittens. Stop. Stop. Ah, LOL, little bro. Well said. You and your brother look alike. Unfortunately, we do. He needs to wash his hands. Yeah, he just got off work. He's going to go wash his hands right now. It's doable. You have a beautiful smile. Thank you. Thoughts on internet trolls, Peaches and Trish, all of them. Peaches needs to stop. I'm genuinely concerned. I know she doesn't. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Peaches, or Lovely Peaches, I think is what she went by. She went on this. She was originally. What? I love you too. Peaches went on this whole tirade about stop yelling. Peaches went on this whole thing where she tried to claim that her daughter, like she hated her daughter and all this other stuff, and she was like selling her into terrible things, and she never actually had custody of her daughter. And these were all old photos. Jenna mentioned Primix got a very good video on this. But recently, Peaches has been targeting Malu Trevajo, I think is how you pronounce her name, but she's 17. She's a 17-year-old. She got big on Musically, and I think she's big on TikTok now, all of that. But she's been like targeting Malu and Bad Baby and all of them. But she like went to Malu's house, like broke into her house apparently. This could all be fake, I don't know. But there seems to be a lot of anger here. And what I'm about to say is real. This happened. But why are you yelling? Why are you yelling?
Sorry, we love you.
Okay.
Everyone support it.
Onision's a creep. That's my opinion on Onision. No, I'm not going to make a video on him because everyone's made a video on Onision, and there's nothing for me to add to an Onision video. That I only do commentary videos if I find I have something to add. But no, as far as Peaches goes, she was on Malu's live, and she kept saying, like, I'm going to come to your house again. While Malu was there, who was, again, 17, and Peaches at, I think, 23, I think. She's an adult, is the point. And Malu is like, you got to stop, like, knock it off. And Peaches, like, exposed her vagina on the live stream to Malu, who's 17, and her young teenage following, which is not okay at all. And whether you're a troll or not, that's not okay because she's a child. So that's terrible. Can you say the N-word? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm white. I don't want to say it. Malu looked very uncomfortable. Malu started screaming. She looked terrified. She genuinely, like, at first people were like, oh, this has to be a bit. But she seemed genuinely horrified when Peaches did it. Like, genuinely started freaking out. What's your opinion on Trisha? Trisha originally was a troll that I was like, you know, I can get behind this. And then she started just clearly not understanding that pushing the, like, she clearly just said, like, what can I do to push the line even more? And so now she's just actively trying to make as many people angry at her as possible. And I'm worried that she has no genuine friends in her life who sit her down and be like, hi, you don't have to do this, you know? Oh, dear God. Hi, Musa Gaming. Reply me. I don't know what that means. Have you heard Trisha's Christianity pop song? Oh, is that I Love You, Jesus? Yes, I've heard the song. That's definitely a troll. Top 10 favorite movies. Oh, God. I don't have a top 10 favorites because it's all over. Your favorite magician. I don't really have a favorite. Jesus, Jeff Wood Music. Super chat wasn't working on my phone, so I went in for my laptop. Here's $5. Jesus, thank you. Trisha blames her shitty decisions on being a troll. She just a shit person. Now I do think that she's like definitely like she does anything for clout, kind of like what Ava Louise and Lars do now, where it's like we'll do anything to get famous. And I think Trisha doesn't realize that she really already has a fame to her. She doesn't need to do this anymore. I love you, Jesus is a bop. It is. Do you think it's wrong for people, especially Peter says mental illness or something pretty obvious? So I think it's never right to speculate people's diagnosis. I don't think that's fair. Do I think she needs someone in her life to sit her down and be like, hey, this isn't okay how you're acting? Absolutely. But again, that's someone who should be in her life who says that. Favorite Pixar movie? I mean, I was obsessed with The Incredibles for 90% of my life, so I'm going to say Incredibles. What music do you listen to? I'm all over the board. Ever seen the movie God's Not Dead? Nope. Thoughts on religions? Just religions. I'm agnostic, if that matters. I was baptized and raised Catholic, but now I'm a bad Catholic, which means I'm only Catholic for weddings, funerals, and baptisms. So yes, I respect other religions. I do like learning about other religions. I think a lot of it is fascinating, especially since you can kind of see the trends in different religions, but I really don't subscribe to any one religion right now. I'm not familiar with The Wire, not gonna lie. Nice voice, thank you. Do you know any non-English language? I took Latin for 2 years in school. Non temembo mala is fear no evil. Me nomen est Amanda. Guess what that means? My name is Amanda. Yuccapi. Success. Thank you. Yay. Hooray. That's it. So you're Matt Murdock? I don't know. Am I? God's Not Dead is propaganda. There's a sequel too. No, I saw Amanda the Jedi just did a video talking about oh my God, the Christian streaming service, and God's Not Dead is one of them, and talked about it. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, it's not. Dogs or cats? I'm all over the board. I don't really care. Latin has way too many conjugations. It does. Ipso solum. Yes. Hello. Hey, hi. You'd love The Wire. Okay, I'll take a look. Oh, that's a good idea of saying it. See, like personally, I do like when, I know this is like a big thing in a lot of Christian households where they don't let a child become baptized until they're like in their teenage years and can essentially make the choice themselves to become baptized. But even then, if you're being raised in that mindset, you're probably going to make the choice to get, PureFlix, that's it. You're probably going to make the choice to be baptized because you're in that household. But, I do prefer that better. Ideal boyfriend, someone who's not a dick. I don't know. Ideal girlfriend, someone who's not a dick. I don't know. A strip club sign I saw once said, Veni, Vidi, Veni. I like that. Where are you from? California. God's Not Dead fails as propaganda. You'd think they could do better. Of course not. They have one goal, which is making everyone seem wrong. That's not Christianity. It's been fun, but gots to go. Bye, Isaac. Agnostics. Yes. Do you like Halsey? I'm not familiar with a lot of her newer stuff. I liked her stuff when she was a little bit more underground, but then she got a little more popular, and I guess she's definitely has like a bit of a more mainstream sound now, I would say. I liked a lot of her older stuff, though. I conquered, I came. Yes. What's your last name? Polka. It's Polish. I was raised in a Christian family, but eventually became an atheist. There you go. Can I be your boyfriend? I'm black. Why? Okay. You can't be my boyfriend because I don't know you. That's it. Why do people like Selena Gomez? Why? I like her. She seems like a genuinely decent person. I saw something recently about how her friends are manipulating her, like a full-on like investigation into how her friends are manipulating her, which I thought was interesting. What was your religion? I was Catholic, or am Catholic technically, but Halsey is a fake woke. I mean, I understand. I think a lot of the times with like big celebrities, they unnecessarily slip into that white feminism role, even when they're not white, just because they're trying so hard to not upset people. And I think that has, so it's like, okay, here's one thing I can get behind because I can get behind it. So I know other people aren't going to get mad because it's like, oh, I'm just having my best interests at heart. But that upsets people because that's unnecessary. Do you watch Shark Tank? I do. I'm also procrastinating. Oh my God, I stopped caring about Selena Gomez when I found out she produces 13 Reasons Why. No, I agree. Yes. Hi, love your channel, favorite music genre. I'm all over the board, but I like punk, pop punk-ish area, hard rock, all of that. I just think that's the reality of a lot of celebrities lately, is that so many of them are like, they only talk about things that affect them, and that's not, I don't think that's how you should go about politics, but I mean, I know a lot of politics does have to do with like, oh, only focus on your best interests. But yeah, don't Halsey want the building pitchforks is located into collapse? Was it Halsey or someone else that said that? I mean, I don't know. Would you ever date a boring government bureaucrat? Probably not, because I mean, I don't care about someone's job for the most part, as long as they're not like a shithead. But yeah, if someone's boring, I probably wouldn't want to date them. I don't know. Do you have any posters in your room? Nothing right now. I have stuff I want to make. So I have this very empty wall right here, which is a majority of the issue for the sound issues when I'm filming my videos in front of my door. And so I had an idea to either do a tapestry or like fabric movie posters that I like make myself because I do sew and stuff. Are you Catholic because you have European origins? No, I'm Catholic because like my parents are Catholic, and so is their parents and all that other stuff. But like we're bad Catholics, so I don't identify as Catholic. I just believe that religion is evil, and it depends on what religion, especially Christianity. I mean, I think it really comes down to I like, because I baptized, technically raised Catholic. I don't identify as Catholic, but I went to like a Methodist daycare, and for the most part, that was a church care. And for the most part, what they taught me, or at least in the church camp, was like, God is love, and I respect that, and I acknowledge that part. I don't want to stay Catholic because I'm not Catholic. I'll be married by a friend. That's it. Did your parents instill the Catholic guilt on you? No, we never really went to church. Well, yeah, I would say yeah. We only ever went to church really when one of us did something bad and it was like punishment. So that doesn't really foster a good view of religion when you only go to church because you did terrible on several tests or something, How many rotisserie chickens do you think Gus and Eddie can eat? I don't know. I gotta say, you know what? I'm gonna go solid 5 for each of them minimum. We'll see if they're like really going for it, but you gotta go quick with chicken. You just gotta go for it. That's nice of the Pope. I got kicked out of Catholic school. Honestly, I always think of that as a badge of pride if you can get kicked out of Catholic school. I never went to Catholic school. Parasite is amazing. Do you have any foreign film recommendations? Parasite is really good. Portrait of a Lady on Fire is now on Hulu. I highly recommend it. Favorite social distancing activity? Apparently talking on live streams, because I'm doing this, 2 hours. I need to get off this, guys. I really do need to go edit. Have you seen Lady Bird? Yes. Love the content. Keep up the awesome vids. Great. Okay, guys, I really got to go. I'm sorry. But yeah, check out my YouNow. Hang on. Let me see if I can link this here. What link? If it lets me post a message. Okay, guys, so in the chat, I just posted my YouNow link if you want to go check it out. Absolutely go check me out on YouNow. If you fan me, I'll be going live on YouNow at least once a week, most likely more. But I got to go. So thank you. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for supporting the channel. And that's going to be it. Thank you. Goodbye. End stream. Okay, bye. And I'm sorry.